Hi everyone, Loser Killers here, and today we're gonna review some 2004 set with Toa Whenua. Yeah, here it goes. So the Earth Toa of 2004, of course. And so here's the canister, so cylinder shape. This is the last canisters we will have this cylinder shape anyway. As you can see on the front picture, of course, you have Toa Whenua destroying some rocks. Of course, the background is the Metrunui background, the Onimetru background, as you can see right here, with all the grayish stuff, grayish door, for example. Yeah, so nice background anyway. Bionicle logo, Toa Whenua right here. Some information you don't read anywhere, so it's not really that useful for us, at least, because we are more interested into the set than in information. So here is a map of Metrunui, so which looks like the map of Matanui because Metrunui is located below Matanui, remember? And then you have the 6 Toa Metru, each located within their core, so it shows you clearly that here it's Gyakoro and here it's, for example, Likoro. Here you have some little gimmicks with the canister, so you put it in the fridge for like 10 minutes and a webcode will be revealed. And here's some 1:1 scale pose of Toa Whenua, really nice. I love this pictures on the Toa Metru canister generally because they are really cool. And here you have, of course, the canister lid itself, so in black this time. And as you can see here, you have some gimmick for putting, you have some gimmick, and you can put the Kanoka on it. So of course, the Kanoka can be found in the Mata 1 set and later in the Vaki set, and only in the Toa Wakama set, and of course in the Kanoka pack, but not in Toa Whenua, for example. And that's all I think. Also, if you have 2 canister lid, you can make a ball to put a Mata 1 in it. But I will show you this later with a little booklet, but for now it's the instruction booklet we're gonna look at. So you got some nice general pose of all the Toa Metru. Of course, there's also a combiner in this with the Toa Metru, but not a Keita anymore. So this one is more Wai. So you can make this with Nokama and Nyuju. And of course, you have some steps. So you don't, if you have, you just have to get the 3 instruction booklet, but and you don't have to go on bionicle.com if you have the 3 instruction booklet. But I think you have the 3 if you have all the parts needed anyway. So here you have some all the 6 pictures of the Toa Metru. Looks really nice because you can clearly see the different elements with the background color. And you got some white, blue, brown, dark gray, brown, green, and white. So it's really nice. Here some map of Metrunui again, but this time with some image of the Koro. So again, I really like this image because if you have a little imagination, you can make story with them. So for example, what this building is made for, or stuff like that. So it's really nice. And then again, the map of Metrunui, but this time with all the Mata 1s the Toa have to rescue in order to find the Great Disc and in order to defeat the Morbuzak, the first foe the Toa Metru have to defeat, which was not released in set, of course, because the Toa were the first, were released in the first wave. So we have to wait the second wave to get the enemies, the Vaki, and also the greater opponent, like for example Nidiki or Quaker, the back counter. And here you got some ads for all the Kanoka disc, the Kanoka launcher, and of course the 2 canister lid you can put together. And as you can see, it clearly shows that you can put your Kanoka launcher on a Toa if you have a part with one side is a pin and the other side is an axle. White and blue. And I think that's all. Of course, you got some ads for 2003 products like the video game and the movie. And also in the extra stuff, you got this little booklet, like in all the Metrunui, in all the Toa Metru. So it's really it's not really a comic because it just shows the attack of the city by the Morbuzak, and then it shows all 6 Mata 1 or Metru 1, and then all 6 Toa. And then it shows again all 6 Mata 1, but with the picture of their box behind them and also their position on the map, so Toa Metru and stuff like that. and their name, of course. So right here, and that's all. Here you got the little gimmick with the two canister lid, the fact that you can put some Kanuka on it and some Matawan in it. Anyway, some ads for other products, and some general picture of the Toa. So 2004 Toa, maybe they do not know the name of the Toa. Maybe they weren't called Metru at the time. Anyway, just look at the thing itself. So I'm gonna disassemble it really quickly in big blocks to show you in the easier way how to build a Toa Metru, because in fact they're all the same. All the Toa Metru got the same frame and same parts, apart from two. Okay, I don't know. Oh, okay. Apart from two different little stuff would change between them. I'm gonna talk about this later. So first of all, you've got the Toa Metru body frame, which, as you can see, is a big block. I don't know if you can really see well because it's black, but it's all this part right here. Not this part with the little gear here, but all this part with the two gears, for example, right here. So of course there's also a gimmick with gears in the Toa Metru, and you can move the two arms. And to hide this part, you have your new parts again. The let me check. Yeah, the chest cover. Excuse me. So very nice and mechanic again with some pinholes in there. So of course the Toa Metru are made of like 90% of new parts for the time, of course, when they were released, and their parts are still used in today. Like for example the knee cover or the legs. And so to finish with the body, we have the pelvis part right here with two ball joints to link the legs. And as you can see, it's one of the difference between the Toa. The pelvis is put on the body frame, and as you can see on Whenua, it's put all the way down, if I can say so, because the two parts are really close. And if I compare, let's say, with new shoe, so for example, here is new shoe. As you can see, you see two pinholes, and there on Whenua, you see none of them. So that's the only difference within the Toa Metru. And as you can see, Whenua is not the tallest. Of course, he's the I don't know the name. Anyway. So we're gonna go with the legs. So new part, the double connector socket this time, which is useful to link this ball joint to this one. Of course, we've got some knee cover right here, and there you got some new legs, so the Metru legs again, and like the Wakshi, with one ball joint we can just move in one axis, and the other is free again. And there you have your Metru feet. Foot, new part also, which is made of two parts because you have to put the connector first and then the feet. It's not like the old school, all that stuff with the connector already molded into the foot. Anyway, then we're gonna go. I'm gonna show you the arms. So the arms are one axle, one double connector again, a little one, of course. The long double connector will appear in 2005. And then you have the new Metru arm, as you can see right here, with two ball joints which can move freely. Then you have the shoulder armor right here. Nice also with all pistons and stuff like that. And then you have the tools, which is called the Earth Shock. Yeah, the Earth Shock drill right here. And is put on some part with one side pin and one other side is an axle anyway. And I think that's all. And yes, you have also this part. I will show you to what reason it's here. So you put the arms right there. Of course, the two arms are identical, so it is the same. You can see right here. But there are just one part with this piece. And then we have the head. So new Metru head, as you can see, with a ball joint directly, so it can really move freely this time. This is the first time we've got an head with a ball joint on it, because remember, the Wakshi have an head on a ball joint, but the head is just a connector plus another part. So anyway, and then you also can see the new brain eye combo parts, this time in dark green. And then the mask, the Ruru, but in its Toa form. Very nice, and then an axle inside to put this on the head. And I think that's quite all. Yeah, you have of course this axle right here. This axle the other difference between the Toa Whenua is the fact that you can put the head in this axle right here or in this one. And when you got in this one, because it makes him little again. So I think that's all. Yeah, I'm gonna take off the articulation right now. So of course, spinning the gear at the back make move the two arms. You can also move freely the arms right here without the gears, but as you can see, it blocks at 90 degrees, and I think these arms are too short personally. Then you have also the head, which can really look up because of the connectors at the back, but it can look down or on the side perfectly. Then you have the legs themselves, so you can turn this part without problem, as you can see right here, and then you can put the knee articulation all the way down, and that's really nice. And also the feet, so we can do pose like that, for example, without problem. And then, yes, the second function I haven't shown you yet. So you're supposed, I think, to okay, maybe it's I think I'm gonna work this, so I'm just gonna check how you're supposed to do the second function with the weapon, because most of the Toa Whenua can put their tools behind them in their back, but not but that's not the case for Whenua and Nuju. So they have a second function with their tools, which is kind of nice. Oh, okay, so you're supposed to move, okay, so you're supposed to put the Toa like that, and then put this part, and here we go. Kind of not really know, but I think it's useful to drill in mountains like that. So anyway, this part is useful to link the two ends together, or the two connectors. Right here, so this is the second function, which reminds me of the second function of the Toa Whenua at the time. And I think that's all for Toa Whenua, so I'm just gonna do a little sum up of the set, but again, it's exactly the same as the other, except for the pelvis part right here and the neck, of course. But it got the same parts and it's really kind of bad because they have already released legs parts, so they could have put some, for example, some waxy legs on some Toa Whenua to make them different. I do not know, but anyway, they decided not, so they are all quite the same. I think Whenua is the most different of them all because of his pelvis and neck part, again, and the fact that he have a second function with his tools. So that's kind of nice. And of course, on the drawbacks, they all share the same drawbacks. So for example, personally, I do not like the fact that the two gears have to move together. I like better when you can just move one arm with one gear and the other arm is independent. Like for example, for like the Toa Tau, Toa Kopaka, or even Toa Liwa. And they offer you this choice with the Toa Whenua. Remember, they give you some spare parts to decide whether or not you want, you want to put the two gears on the two arms, or if you just want one gear. But on the Toa Whenua, they decided not to let the kid decide whether or not he wants to put the two gears or not. Yeah, so that's problem. Also, the metal arms are kind of short, and I don't like the fact that they block at 90 degrees. But apart from, and of course also, when the Toa Whenua got this type of neck, they can't look up, so that's another problem. So except for this problem, it's a good Toa, but again, it's all about because they are the same, it's kind of hard to say which one is the best or the more original of the lot or stuff like that. So I think this one is kind of nice. It kind of reminds Whenua because he decided to to make it excuse me, I'm gonna search the word really quickly and finish just this review. Excuse me. The smaller, yeah, this is the word I searched for years. The smaller, it's the easy word. So yeah, I think that Whenua is the smaller of the Toa Whenua. That's kind of nice because it's reminds me of Whenua with his head on his body. So it's kind of same. It's great they decided to do the same thing with Whenua. So I think that's all. So Whenua is also a nice Toa, nothing to tell. He shares the same drawback with his with the other Toa. So really, it's all about you, but it's still a nice Toa with nice, cool tools and stuff like that. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed my review, and if you have any things to say, just go ahead and post them in the comment section. And I'm gonna see you later for another Bionicle video review. Bye bye.